is Dina, and I'm a fitness trainer, a musician.
Hi there, my name is Agata Nielsen. I work as a research consultant.
Hi, I'm Sammy. I'm a sociology student.
Hi, my name is Yvonne Liang. I'm an acupuncturist.
I'm Ross. I'm a copywriter.
Hi, I'm Mike, one of the financial coaches at Claro.
How much interest would you expect to pay on a mortgage?
I've never paid interest in my life. I don't know. I have no idea. I should know. I want to get a house, but...
Is it up to 6% now? It just keeps going up. How can anyone keep track?
I have no idea. Interest on a mortgage, well, it's cheaper than renting. Otherwise, people wouldn't buy houses, would they?
Absolutely don't know. I've seen so many adverts talking about 1.9% APR. I don't know what APR means, so no idea.
I'm really not sure, but I would say that people tend to pay extra 30 or 40% on what was the value of their house.
So the interest that you pay generally depends on two things: your credit score and the amount of deposit that you're fronting up. So the more that you can save to act as a deposit to your house, the lower that your interest rate is going to be with most lenders. There's something called loan to value ratio. So how much are you fronting up compared to the loan that you're going to be given as an overall portion of the property value? The more that you can have saved up, usually within 5% blocks. So what I mean by that is 15% will give you a lower interest rate than 10%, but 12 or 13% maybe not. So once you're jumping through that, the higher that you can save, the lower your interest rate is generally going to be. And then also you need to have a fairly good credit score to be able to get a reasonable interest rate with most lenders. The better your credit score and the higher your deposit is going to mean the lower interest rate you have. The more you can save, the better your credit score, the better. So basically, try and get saving and be money savvy.
Should you sell your crypto stocks after its value drop?
I wouldn't sell when the value drops. That doesn't make sense. Knowing how quickly it changes, I will probably observe it. I would give it a chance and hope it will go up.
No, you should buy when the value drops. Yeah, I think. Never bought crypto.
Just hold on to it for as long as you because maybe it'll climb up again.
No, buy more. Go. If you're already in, you're already so far down that rabbit hole. Everything, sell your house, get crypto. Don't sell your house, but that is a good time to invest more, surely.
That really depends on how you're watching the market. Like the value drops and rises, so you most probably better off holding off. Like if you have enough money aside that you don't need the money, just hold off and wait. You don't want to sell it.
So actually, pleasantly surprised by a lot of those answers. So it's not always what we hear. A lot of people have these emotional responses to short-term volatility in the market, i.e. they see their prices drop or they see their money drop and then they panic sell. Theoretically, the last thing we want to do when prices drop is exit the market, because that's the only way that you're crystallizing those losses, and obviously you don't want to do that. What we can bet on, after a certain amount of time, whether it be 3 to 5 years, we have as a minimum investing timeline generally, but eventually prices and markets will recover. Peaks and troughs are all part of a normal market cycle. Eventually, the global economy, if you are in a well-diversified portfolio, for example, will recover. So it's important to remember that. It just so happens that the price for your stocks or your fund happens to be priced lower at this time, but you're not looking to sell, so it doesn't really matter. Knowing that it will recover will mean that your prices and your profits will recover, essentially. What we don't want to do is panic sell and exit the market. What we do want to do is, at the very least, do absolutely nothing. Leave it alone. Shouldn't be making short-term emotional decisions based on a long-term plan. Have a plan beforehand, stick to it, put money in at regular intervals, take advantage of pound cost averaging if that's what you want to do. Basically have a plan and don't let these short-term emotional losses affect that.
Is it worth taking out a loan to pay for your wedding?
Well, I know it's a personal question. For me, no. No. Have you checked the divorce rates?
No, just don't do it. Don't, never.
I think it's ridiculous, but I guess people do. But I'm also very cheap.
Yeah, you only live once. Yeah, for a good time, not a long time.
No, Yeah, this is crazy. What a waste of money.
Right, you got to be careful with this, but there can be some benefit in actually kind of leveraging debt, so to speak, for want of a better term, in order to pay for a wedding. Now, loans I'd be careful about, because loans often come with an immediate interest rate that can be medium to high, and so you want to be careful in what you're taking and whether it's really necessary. What I would say might be a better consideration or an alternative consideration is, as long as your credit score is reasonable, you'll very likely be offered on a credit card a period of 0% interest on purchases. Now that can range anywhere from around about 18 to 36 months. So you can get a pretty considerable period where you can make purchases and then basically repay it over time without paying any interest at all. The last thing we want to do when it comes to credit cards is pay any interest at all, ideally. But the main reason why I would say you could consider using a credit card is for added protection. So in the Consumer Credit Act, Section 75 basically gives you additional protection for any purchases over £100. That basically means that if goods don't turn up as they should, or businesses go out of production and out of business, it is the credit card provider's responsibility as well as your own. So they are basically equally liable as the business itself for providing you with a refund or whatever it might be. So Section 75 of using a credit card can actually be really, really, really beneficial when it comes to larger purchases. Add on top the fact that you could end up paying 0% interest and repaying it over a longer amount of time. That's more of kind of an ease thing. So if you don't want to save up the cash, that could be an option, but be careful with loans and other debt. So thanks guys, hopefully you've learned something and you've liked it. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment below with your thoughts on investing.